Hi everyone, Animal Girl here with a new edition of TV Talk, and it is on Walker, Texas Ranger. This week's episode was One Riot, One Ranger. Texas Ranger Cordel Walker is looking into a case involving strange heists all around the Dallas-Fort Worth area after the death of his partner, Mobley. With him are his new partner, Jimmy Trivette, and his mentor, C.D. Parker. And as always, he relies on the wisdom of his uncle, Ray. Now, highlights of this series. It is technically a cop show, and it ran from 1993 to 2001, so it ran for about 8 seasons, and yes, I have all 8 seasons on DVD. It is a very moralistic show, and by that, I mean that not only will you see a lot of gunfighting and okay, that meow you're hearing in the background, that's my cat Harry. He's just kind of voicing his opinion on the show. But anyways, back to the moralistic part. What I mean by moralistic is that in addition to gunfighting and fist fighting and chasing down the bad guys and prosecuting them in court and whatnot, you also see the main characters doing charitable things such as helping out at adoption fairs, helping out in charity events. You see Walker riding in rodeos to raise money for charitable contributions, working in, the characters working in mentoring programs and the likes. In later seasons, Alex starts a program called the Help Our People Excel program to help people that need a place to stay or looking for jobs to support their family, to provide daycare for people who can't afford it, and also to double as community service for people she believes will benefit from it. So, it not only injects the fist fighting and whatnot that cop shows are known for, but also a little bit of the feel-good aspect of, the human nature. Also, it centers around the Texas Rangers, which for those of you who are unaware is a state-level Bureau of Investigations within the state of Texas. Okay, things I liked about this episode. I love law shows, so it ranks right up there with that. Law & Order, Criminal Intent, Law & Order Special Victims Unit, Criminal Minds, NCIS, JAG, 48 Hours Hard Evidence, 2020, Dateline, obviously Walker, Texas Ranger. Those are all shows I really, really like. I like cop shows. I can't give you an exact reason except I just happen to like them. Number 2, I like the dynamic between Walker and Trivette, because at first Walker wasn't really sure about him, and Walker's very old school, and Trivette is very high tech. You gotta remember, this started in the early 90s when computers were starting to be used in law enforcement. So Trivette was kind of on the cutting edge of that, and Walker kind of liked doing things the old way, asking questions, making connections that way, and not really having to rely on computers. It's set in Texas. A lot of, obviously, based on the title, a lot of cop shows take place in New York. Some will take place like in LA or Los Angeles. Well, Los Angeles is LA. Will take place in like Los Angeles and stuff, but most take place in New York. So the fact that this one's taking place in Texas is a big plus. I also liked the story that took place here, particularly the ones about Walker's parents and why Trivette became a ranger. So those were good things. They just really gave you an emotional connection to the two characters, and I really liked that. Okay, things I didn't like about this episode, and there really were only two things I really didn't like about it. One was that it was a little too long for a pilot. It was 2 hours. Now, okay, Agent Carter, which I review on Fridays. Yeah, the pilot for that one is 2 hours as well. But it got, the DVD I have it on is that has the 2 hour pilot kind of broken up into 2 separate episodes. This one, the whole episode was 2 hours. So sitting down and watching it, it was a little long, but I guess they just decided rather than put to be continued and then started on, since it was the DVD, they were just going to do it all the way through. They did that with quite a few other episodes within the Walker DVDs. So that's just the way the CBS, which owns Walker, decided to do. Also, there was a lot going on in this first episode. I know they were trying to set up the characters, but still there was a lot going on, and there were a lot of little side things going on, and it was just like, in my opinion, it was a little distracting from the main story. Okay, characters. There are actually 5 main characters this season, and it gets cut down to 4. And come season 7, there will be an additional 2. Well, I'll get back to that in a minute. So characters for this season are obviously Ranger Cordel Walker, who is played by Chuck Norris. Walker is a sergeant within the Rangers, and he is also a Marine veteran. I'm sorry, it says vet there. I just couldn't spell veteran, so I shortened it. Also, Ranger C.D. Parker, who is retired, well, semi-retired. He does help out on occasion. And he is played throughout the majority of the series until he leaves the show mid-7th season by Noble Willingham. But in this particular episode, One Riot, One Ranger, he's played by Gillard Starden, I believe is how you say his name. And CD was a captain in the Rangers before he retires. The third main character is Ranger James Trivette, who is played by Clarence Gilliard, I believe is how you say his name. And like Walker, Trivette is also a sergeant. But where Walker has Army experience behind him, and also Native American experience, as I forgot to put in there, as Walker is half Cherokee Native American. Trivette was a former Texas Cowboy, and for those of you who are not up on your professional sports, that is the Texas football team. And he also something I forgot to put in here for Trivette is that he actually comes from New York, Baltimore to be exact. Fourth main character is ADA, or Assistant District Attorney Alexandra Cahill, who is played by Sherry J. Wilson. I believe that is how you say her name. And she's obviously the lawyer on the show, as you can't have a cop show without a lawyer, except for maybe cops. And also Uncle Ray Firewalker, who is played by Floyd Red Crow Westerman. And Uncle Ray is Walker's paternal uncle who raised him after his parents were killed when he was a little boy. Now, come season 2, we will not be seeing much of Uncle Ray, and then after season 2, we really don't see him at all. He's mentioned, but we don't see him. And come season 7, there will be an additional 2 new Rangers to the cast. But I will get to them later. And also, season 5 up to season 7, we have 2 reoccurring characters. They really don't make they don't really make it in the opening credits, but we see them a lot. But again, I will get to them when we get to the episodes when they come in. Okay, question of the week. Walker, who, as I mentioned in the previous slide, is a half Cherokee Native American. He is known as Washoe, excuse me, hold on one second. He is known as Washoe among his tribe. which means lone eagle, and I'm pretty sure that's exact. So my question to you is, what Native American name would you like to have? Just leave your answer to the question in the comments section. Also, please note that in 9 weeks, I will be done with my reviews on Bake-O, and we'll be starting a new review. And I would just like to know what episode you guys would like me to review. Your choices are Bidden, Knights of the Zodiac, Once Upon a Time, and Avatar: The Last Airbender. Also, in 8 weeks, Monday will open up for a TV talk video, and I would just like to know what episodes you guys would like me to review for that. Your choices are Mountain Monsters, Superman the Animated Series, Game of Thrones, and Fruits Basket. Now, the voting for this is actually very simple. I'm just going to have a like if you want this episode as the TV talk video for this day, and all you have to do is either like or love that particular episode, and just do one for Thursday and one for Friday, and whichever one gets the most votes is the one I'll do. Now, please note that you have until Monday, September 11th to cast your votes for the Monday TV talk video, and Thursday, September 21st to cast your vote for the Thursday TV talk episode or video. As Tuesday, September 12th, I will announce the winner for Monday, and Friday, September 22nd, I will announce the winner for the Thursday video. So please make your voices known. Also, please note that in the event of a tie or no votes at all, I will make the final decision, and whichever one I decide to do will be the one to do, which will be the one I do. I want to hear from you guys on what you want, so please make sure you cast your votes. Also, feel free to leave your comments and questions in the comment section. I do like reading those, and please like and subscribe. That helps me out a lot. And feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I will have the information in the description section. Also, please note that all pictures seen in this video belong to their respective artists. I own absolutely nothing. Now, feel free to check out my other TV talk videos, which are listed right there. Also, feel free to check out my other videos that I've done. Thank you for watching, and have a very nice day.